For 3 years in a row, he ignored dress codes, wore khaki, tactical fleeces, and turned the t-shirt into a symbol of resistance. And suddenly, he appeared in a formal black suit, no tie, but with a clear message. Why did Zelensky return to wearing a suit right now? What does this move mean? I'll tell you all the details in just a moment. This is the news on TSN.ua. My name is Lyudmila Trufin. Like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything important. And we're getting started. For the first time since the start of the full-scale invasion, Volodymyr Zelensky appeared in a suit. At the NATO summit, the president swapped his military khaki for a more formal style. The look of the Ukrainian leader was completed with a black shirt and, as usual, no tie. The following shots literally blew up the internet, because this is more than just clothing, it's a powerful message.
Good evening.
Until 2019, we knew Zelensky as someone completely different, a comedian, a showman, an actor. He rarely wore suits. When he became president, business attire became part of his new role. But on February 24, 2022, everything changed. At 6:42 in the morning, Zelensky released a video that divided life into before and after.
Dear citizens of Ukraine, this morning, President Putin announced the launch of a special military operation in Donbass.
Russia has carried out strikes on our military infrastructure and on our border guards, our border units.
Explosions were heard in many cities across Ukraine. We are imposing martial law across the entire territory of our country.
2 hours later, it's the last video of the president in a suit. In it, Zelensky urged Ukrainians to filter and verify information, not to believe rumors from a godfather, brother, or in-law who supposedly works at the Ministry of Defense, but still called on everyone to stay alert and assured. No matter the scenario, Ukraine will fight.
Right now, we are being attacked not only by bombs, but also by fake news. It's important to get the truth from official sources. Today, Russia has launched an invasion of Ukraine. Putin has started a war against Ukraine, against the entire democratic world. He wants to destroy my country. He wants to destroy our country. Everything we have built, everything we live for. I am addressing all Ukrainians, first and foremost our military, who have already taken the enemy's first blow and are putting up a worthy resistance.
We know the full strength of the armed forces of Ukraine. You are brave, you are unbreakable, because you are Ukrainians.
I am speaking to every Ukrainian who is now on our land. We do not give in to panic. We do everything necessary to support the armed forces of Ukraine. I am addressing all Ukrainians who are currently abroad. We need your support as well.
You are a powerful force. You are a united force. And you have proven this more than once.
We need you very much right now.
The next video is historic. Volodymyr Zelensky puts on a green t-shirt and calls on Russians to go to the Kremlin. From this moment, the military era began. Khaki, sweatshirts, tactical boots.
Many Russians are shocked by what is happening. Some Russians are already posting on social media that they are against the war. We see this, but the leadership of the Russian Federation is unlikely to notice. So, that's why we're asking, if you can hear us, if you understand us, if you realize that you are invading an independent country, please go out to the squares, appeal to the president of your country. We are Ukrainians. We are on our own land. You are Russians. Right now, your military has started a war. A war in our country.
I would really like you to speak out on Red Square or somewhere else on the streets of your capital, in Moscow, in St. Petersburg, and in other cities across Russia. Not just on Instagram. And this is very important.
Of course, It never goes beyond Instagram and solo pickets. Russians don't want to stand up. They're fine as it is. After all, the missiles aren't flying at them, and it's not their children being killed. Zelensky is changing. Military wear is becoming the everyday clothing of the President of Ukraine. Here, for example, March 2022. The head of the Polish government, the Deputy Prime Minister, the Prime Minister of the Czech Republic, and the Prime Minister of Slovenia came to Kiev. The guests were mostly in suits. Zelensky was dressed entirely in khaki. A month before, the President of the European Parliament arrives in Ukraine, wearing a beige blazer with a blue and yellow ribbon. Zelensky's style remains unchanged. However, his beard is noticeably thicker, and his eyes already show deep fatigue. No, that's not the case. It was big, yeah, really big. Ah, okay. Thank you. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you, personally, Roberta, and all of you, your team, for being here at such an important moment for our country. Today is an important moment, when Ukrainians believe in actions and concrete steps, and right now you are showing heroism. Today, just coming to Ukraine is already an act of heroism. Among the first visits of foreign leaders to Kiev during the full-scale invasion, the trip by then British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is especially memorable. He quickly became not just an ally, but a true British bro for Ukraine. A hero of memes, songs, and even embroidered shirts with his face on them. Johnson consistently appeared in formal suits and with his signature wild hair, while Zelensky stuck to his military look. Khakis, a t-shirt, tactical pants, and sneakers. An image that became an icon of resistance. Thank you, Boris. I could never have met you in my life. This is the best meeting of my life. Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon. Zelensky became not only a symbol of resistance, but also an unexpected fashion influencer. Thanks to him, millions of people learned about small Ukrainian brands that are now worn all over the world. For example, Kate Lepp, the brand of Lutsk designer Katarina Kovalchuk. A minimalist t-shirt with a small trident near the collar appeared on screen when Zelensky addressed Ukrainians in June of 2022, on the 100th day of the war. After that, people started actively ordering the t-shirt both in Ukraine and abroad, and the capital's creative brand Depot literally exploded in popularity after the president appeared in a t-shirt with the inscription "I'm Ukrainian" on Memorial Day. According to the brand's team, after that, they started receiving hundreds of orders every day, and the inscription itself became part of a full-fledged line of patriotic merchandise. In those first days of the war, Zelensky appeared almost daily on the air of global online forums. He addressed parliaments, conferences, leaders, and opinion makers. He was literally raising his voice above the noise of the world to get one message across. Ukraine is burning, but it is not giving up. At the same time, every evening he addressed the Ukrainian people. His words, "Everyone is needed," became a rallying cry for mobilization. People stood in lines at military enlistment offices, went to the front without experience, but with faith. Ukraine was rising, the world was holding its breath. Zelensky stopped being just a former comedian from a TV series. He became the voice of freedom. The world began to admire him. Finally, there is a president in America whom everyone loves and who has sky-high approval ratings. But that's the president of Ukraine. He, just like Churchill once was, is the leader of his country in a time of war. Over these 3 years, Zelensky's image has become a symbol of the presidency. Hack and that's it. I'm staying here. I need ammunition, not a ride. And the whole world has gotten used to the fact that our president isn't about suits. However, the issue of the head of state's clothing has repeatedly sparked political debates. The loudest of these erupted in February 2025 during his visit to Washington. According to the media, Trump's advisors had asked in advance that the Ukrainian president arrive in a formal business suit. However, Zelensky showed up in black attire, which caused dissatisfaction on Trump's part. Even before the negotiations began, the situation escalated when a journalist from the conservative outlet RSBN openly criticized Zelensky for his appearance, to which the Ukrainian president responded briefly, "I'll wear it when our war is over. Maybe one like yours. Maybe a better one. Maybe a cheaper one. We'll see." Ukrainians reacted to this exchange instantly. Social media exploded with outrage. That scumbag didn't insult Zelensky. He insulted the millions of our soldiers who wear those clothes and can't put on a suit until the war is over. This video deserves to go down in history. What cynicism, what audacity. Ukraine is drowning in blood, and they're worried about clothes. It's horrifying. The world has gone mad. Shame on such world leaders. Zelensky is awesome. My question isn't for Zelensky, but for Trump. Why isn't he wearing a clown suit? The last comment is my personal favorite, because this whole suit situation reminds me of a cheap circus. While people are dying every day in Ukraine, someone in Washington decided that the main problem is the lack of a jacket. Zelensky's appearance today is an answer without words. He's in a black suit, no embroidery, no pomp, but not in a tracksuit either. That's more powerful than any speech. It's the suit of war, the suit of a person who has lost peace of mind, but hasn't lost his purpose. It's a signal to our allies. We're not playing by protocol, we're not playing games. We're fighting for victory. And do you like Zelensky's style? And what do you think? How will the world react to the new image of Ukraine's president? Let us know in the comments. That's all the details for now. Look for more news in our upcoming episodes. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Take care of yourselves. See you next time.